Hey, I'm Wispy, and I'm back with some more redraws of pieces from 2020 to start the year. So that means there's now 4 years of improvements between these redraws, which includes 2 years of art school. This challenge has sort of become a yearly thing that I do, except because my art style hasn't really changed since last year, just improved in small ways with very specific things. This time I'll be focusing more on composition and design elements I've improved in. Let me show you how that went. So the first 2 drawings are inspired by very simplistic styles, such as Mayoko and Blush Sprout. It's a very simple and clean style, perfect for merch and prints. This is the vibe I can tell I was trying to go for with these first 2 pieces, but overcomplicated them with too many effects and layer blend modes. This first one is of Sailor Moon in a casual outfit. For this one I fixed up some anatomy mistakes, such as the neck and shoulders. The neck is a bit thin and weirdly placed under the head, and the shoulders protrude too much, which is common in many of my artworks from the time. I also draw hair quite differently now. I changed up parts of the outfit, such as making the necklace a bit bigger and adding stars to the earrings. Overall, I just tried to make this piece look more relaxed and peaceful, especially her facial expression. In the original, the hair parting wasn't drawn in the centre of her head, which made the moon design on her forehead look a bit off. I fixed this and added a bit of a glow to the moon. I also only put stars on her cheeks rather than on her forehead too, and used diamond shapes instead of the weird stars from before. The only places where I played around with the opacity were the shading and highlights. This gives the art a much simpler look. I also cleaned up the shading. My cell shading used to be quite messy, and this style benefits from more simple shading. I used dark pinky brown line art for this one, as I found the black stood out too much, and I finished off with a pink overlay layer to bring everything together. The next one is a very simple design. Around this time I was trying to create more original designs instead of fan art, which meant I experimented a lot. This didn't always work out, unfortunately. This time I focused on making everything more simple, with flatter colours to make the gradient stand out more. I made the moon shape in the background curve in more to keep a nice round silhouette. I removed a lot of the sparkles and bubbles from inside the glass and just used flat white to keep the bubbles simple. I only used a bit of a rough texture on the ice, just to add a bit of clarity and detail. I also used dark brown line art instead of black to bring all the colours together. This last one is technically from 2021, but it was made close enough to the other 2 that they could be considered a set. I really like this outfit design, but there are a few things that could be improved. First of all, I really like the round shapes the hair is making. It's really interesting, so I emphasized this more. I made the front hair strands bigger for some clarity, and to show off the hair gradient more. The most important thing to change is to give this design a more interesting pose. Like most beginner artists, I was scared of hands, but in this redraw I gave her hands to create an interesting pose. Something I like doing is drawing shirt designs in a lineless style to add some texture, so I did this here. Her eyes were also drawn a bit strange in the original, but this is something I've just improved in over time. The cool thing about art is the more you draw and practice, the better you get at seeing your mistakes. And these are all the finished redraws. Like always, this is such a fun challenge to do. It's a really good way to see all the progress you've made. Sometimes it's hard to see that. As artists, we're always comparing our most recent creations. But this way it gives us a chance to see the bigger picture. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. And until I post next, stay safe and I'll see you then. Bye!